What's up, guys? Alright, real quick, gonna go over inequalities because you learned this in middle school. So just go over the four symbols real quick before we go into the algebra part. There is greater than and greater than or equal to. So this is greater than, and greater than, or equal to. Then there is less than and less than or equal to. So less than or less than or equal to. Now, I don't know how they taught you in middle school, like, oh, the Pac-Man or alligator, whatever eats the bigger one. I would start getting away from that. Now you just need to know which way the symbol's pointing and know it's either less than or greater than. The way I remember, I hope, helps me remember is to look at the less than. It looks like an L. How do you write a capital L like this for less? This symbol opens the same way this one does. You see? They open up the same way and they both point the same direction. That's how I remember less than. So I suggest you learn these symbols so you know them right away. And just note that right here, this has a little line under here and so did this one. So that's why you put equal to. If not, they're just less than or greater than. Alrighty, so inequalities is middle school. Now we're going to get into solving inequalities. Algebra 1 stuff. Let's pick an easy one first. Example. 5x plus 4 is less than negative 6. Now I know, you're used to there being an equal sign here. There's no equal sign right now. The easiest way I can tell you is to ignore the sign. It's less than right now. Ignore it. There's one special case, there's one rule where this inequality changes. It flips around, but we'll get into that when we get there. For right now, just keep bringing it down with you like an equal sign. Okay? So here, minus 4, minus 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, 5x less than, just bring it with you. Negative 6 minus 4 is a negative 10. Divide by 5, divide by 5, this is just a big 1. So it's x less than negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2. So x is what? Less than negative 2. Now, if this were an equal sign, it'd be x equals 2. That means only x can only be 2. That's it. One answer is 2. This says x can be any number less than negative 2. It's a lot of numbers. So we also show this by graphing it. So we make a number line. Number line, zeros in the middle, negatives are on the left, so I'll put negative 2 over here. And we look at this. This is a basic less than symbol. There's no line here. So we put an open circle right here. Open. We color it in if it has a line there. We'll get into that in a little bit. Now, less than means to the left. If it's greater, you go to the right. But since it's left, it's going the left direction, left. And it's also pointing, if you look at it here, it's pointing to the left. So we color in everything to the left. Make it, not color, but there you go. We make everything to the left darker. So we make it darker. Make it like bold, if you will. Bold. There we go. Darker. So that's showing, if you ever see this number line, it's saying that negative 2 and to the left. So x is everything to the left of negative 2, which is this graph right here. Okay? Let's try another example. Let's try maybe a little more difficult this time. Example. Here it is. 2 onto 2 minus x, parentheses, is less than x minus 2. Remember, treat it like an equal sign, so just solve. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative x is minus 1 there. So 2 times negative 1 is minus 2x. Bring down the less than symbol, bring down the x, and bring down your minus 2. So now we have x's on both sides. Remember, you get the smallest x. And don't forget there's a 1 right here, a little 1. What's smaller, 1 or negative 2? Negative 2 is. How do you get rid of a negative 2? You have to put a plus 2x. Plus 2x. This goes away. We're left with 4. Bring down your symbol. 1x plus 2x is 3x. Bring down the minus 2. Now, remember the x is on the right, so that's okay. So we need to move the minus 2. Plus 2, plus 2. This goes away. 3x, copy the symbol. 4 plus 2 is 6. Then we divide by 3, divide by 3. This goes just to a big 1, which leaves you x. Your symbol, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now if you read this, it says 2 is less than x. But this is okay, it is. But we always have the x on the left hand side. So we're just going to rewrite it. X, and pay attention here, it's greater than 2. The same thing here. X is greater than 2. We just rewrote it. This is the correct way. Well, they're both correct, but this is the one we're most often going to see, this one right here. Now we can graph it. Number line. That's a crooked number line, but whatever. 0. And then 2 is over here because it's a positive 2. It's on the right side. There's no line here, so we open circle. And it says greater than 2. Greater. It's pointing to the right direction, so we're going to color everything or make darker to the right. There we go. Make this darker. That way anyone knows it's to the right, to the right. So this is showing 2 greater than 2. 2 greater than 2. Good. Everything greater than 2. Let's try one now that has a greater than or equal to symbol. That way you can see how to graph that. 6 onto x plus 2 minus 4x is greater than or equal to 8. So right here, 6 times x is 6x. 6 times a positive 2 is positive 12. Bring down the minus 4x, bring down the symbol which is greater than or equal to, bring down the 8. Combine like terms. 6x minus 4x. 6x minus 4x is 2x. Bring down your positive 12. Bring down the symbol and 8. Get rid of your 12 because it's in the way of the x. Minus 12. Minus 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. Goes away. Good. 2x. Bring down the symbol. And 8 minus 12 is a negative 4. Then we divide by 2. Divide by 2. This is a big 1. X is greater than or equal to negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. There's your answer. How do you graph this? Let's see. Make a line. 0's here. Negative 2 is on the left side, so negative 2. It's pointing to the what? To the right. So everything to the right will be colored. This is a long dark line. Now look, it has a little line underneath. So that means we need to color this in. This one's not going to be colored in. It's pointing to the right, so everything over here is darker to the right. There we go. Whoa, went away. There we go. Everything to the right is darker. Alrighty. One last question to help review. Now this is not in your notes, so still write this down somewhere in your notes, guys. This is a special problem. This is the one I'm telling you. This is the only way that the equal sign doesn't be the same. I'll show you right now. Example. 6 minus 3x is greater than 12. Okay, so remember, it doesn't look like an equal, but just treat it like an equal until the very end. Okay, the x is already here. Awesome. So how do you move a 6? You cannot put plus 6 because 6 plus 6 is 12. Minus 6. Minus 6. 6 minus 6 goes away. Negative 3x is greater than 12 minus 6 is 6. Good. Now, we would here divide by a negative 3, divide by a negative 3 to get this to be 1. X is here. 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. Now, I hope you didn't rush through this question and do it without listening to me, because when you divide by a negative, we divided by a negative. Anytime you divide by a negative number, that's when this sign has to change. You flip it over. It was greater than, it becomes less than. This is the answer. You have to be careful with the symbol. When you divide by any other number, it's no problem. But when you divide by a negative, any negative, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1,000, whatever. If you divide by a negative, the inequality flips over. So this was greater than, it becomes less than. So now we can graph it the correct way. 0 here, negative 2 is about there. There's no line here, so it's an open circle. And it's pointing to the left for less than, so we just color the left side in. Make it darker. There we go. This is the special case. Remember, when you divide by a negative, that's the only time it flips around. Any other time, you keep working the equation out just like if it were an equal sign. Alright guys, see you in class.